Him too.
Okay, just a second, Mr. Avery.
All right, thanks.
How are you doing?
Well, with all the stuff on TV, not so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Antoinette she's just going to be a second. We just have her working on something. I have someone trying to find her right now.
Oh. I guess I got some letters for you.
You have some letters for us?
My mom made some copies when I was in prison from my ex-wife.
Oh, yes. You have some for us? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. Well, that would explain for what I did with the other letters.
Oh, right.
You know. She told me she was going to kill the kids and everything else and commit suicide and...
Yeah, and so you have some stuff that would kind of counter what we put on?
Yeah.
Well, we're really glad that you called because we want to, obviously we want to know that kind of stuff. So we don't want to just be one-sided.
Yeah. It's hard. I had to try a few different numbers.
Oh, to get in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Well, yeah, I got different numbers, from everybody.
Oh, okay.
And some of them don't go through. And
oh, that's weird. Yeah.
I don't think they got it set up like this here, so I don't talk to too many people.
Okay. I know we have a few different numbers here, and one of them brings you directly to the newsroom, and another one brings you to, like, an operator. So it kind of depends on what you get.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephen, listen. I'm going to transfer you over to Antoinette.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. If something could happen, our phone system, as you just said, is a little bit quirky. So if something happens, just give us a call back, okay?
About sometime between when I reached the waitress and when the paramedics responded.
You notice anything specific about him?
It's hard to tell. It just was scary. I get with a sketch artist.
Hello?
Yeah?
Stephen.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm not too good.
You're not? What's wrong?
Well, all the stuff on the news.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Do you know anything about this thing in the newspaper and the thing we reported tonight that Mr. Zakowski told us about?
I don't know what she told you about.
Mr. Zakowski, the Brown County DA?
Oh. Well, yeah, nothing happened between me and her.
Oh, okay. Well, Stephen, I was wondering, do you care if we record this conversation so we can tell people your side of the story?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, so you're giving me permission to record this conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell me, you said nothing happened between you and her, so it sounds like you know what they're referring to.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Oh, well, Candy, she don't like me, so she thought there was something going on.
Okay,
between me and her daughter. We were spending time together. We went fishing, ice fishing, everything else. And she thought there was more than that, So she had to investigate it.
Okay, so basically this woman, you were seeing a woman, is that right?
No, it's my brother's kid.
Oh, your brother's
kid, yeah.
Okay, so your brother's daughter had accused you of some stuff.
No, his wife did.
Oh, I'm sorry. So your brother's wife, is that Candy?
Yeah.
Oh, so Candy is accusing you of assaulting her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know that you guys don't get along, isn't that right?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Since I've been out, we don't get along.
Oh, since you've been out?
Yeah.
Okay, so why haven't you guys gotten along since you got out?
I don't like her side of the family. There's more questions on her side than that there is, But her side ain't that great. Her daddy touched her and everything else, and that's why I don't like her.
Okay.
She's trying to hide everything, and then I suppose I don't know why she don't like me or whatever. But then her daughter was spending more time with me than with her, and then she thought there was something going on and everything else, so she called the cops on that and had investigated. But she already told them 100 times already that nothing happened.
Okay, so Candy is saying her daughter, that she's trying to say you did something to her daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So is that like her older daughter? Doesn't she have a couple of daughters?
Yeah.
Isn't her name Marie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I met her one time. I think I went over there and tried to talk to them, and she answered the door.
Yeah.
So Marie told the cops that, hey, my Uncle Stephen didn't do anything to me.
No.
I see. Or no, or?
No.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Well, she's been telling everybody that nothing happened between me and her.
Okay.
So we talked.
I'm sorry.
That's all we did is talk and have some fun. We went fishing and everything else,
Okay. Well, Stephen, how long are we allowed to talk?
As long as we want.
Oh, okay. So this isn't, that's good. I've always wanted to talk to you. I'm so glad you called me. I know I got to talk to you on the phone before all this happened, and I was so sorry we didn't get to meet face to face. But maybe we can still meet sometime.
Yeah.
So you're saying that this is all baseless, that Candy reported this, and that Marie. I guess Candy's saying that you did something to Marie, and Marie's saying, no, nobody did anything to me.
Yeah.
So Candy's not saying that you hurt her.
No.
Okay. All right. Do you know when this what this is pertaining to? I mean, do you know the exact incident?
Well, just when Candy called the cops on me.
So it was just like one time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, and it happened like a year and a half ago. That's a long time.
Yeah. And
okay.
they investigated, and they didn't find nothing. They talked to people. So I suppose they just want to have more dirt on me. What makes me look bad.
Okay.
Nothing happened. I ain't gonna do nothing to my brother's kid. We had fun. I first got out. We always hung out. She always helped me and with the ice sack and everything else, and she didn't have that before, and I sat there and listened to her, with her problems. But,
well, yeah, I know teenage girls often have, a lot of stuff, going on in their heads and stuff, and with school and stuff.
And I would never do that to anyone, It's not my style. But then I got some letters for you.
Yeah.
From my ex-wife that wrote me in prison. My mom's got them all copied.
Your mom's what?
She's got them all copied, so you can get a copy of it.
Oh, she does? Well, that's good. We tried to contact her, and she didn't call me back.
Well, she goes to bed early.
Oh, your ex-wife?
No.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad. I woke her up when I called her a couple weeks ago, and she said she was real sick.
Yeah.
And I know I tried to call your ex-wife, and she, didn't return our phone calls. So, we were trying to get both sides of the story. I mean, Stephen, can I call you Stephen? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
You want to be called Stephen?
That's
Steve?
good.
Okay, Stephen. Do you think, I know that going to prison, I know, the minute you walked through those doors and you knew you were going there for something you didn't do, I know it had to be hard. And you were losing your family, and, what was going on when you wrote all those letters?
Well, I don't know. I had a lot of hate in me for what they did to me and everything else, and then the struggle between my wife and me, always bitching back and forth. And she'd say one thing, I'd say another thing. And then she'd tell me she can't take it no more, she's going to kill the kids, and then kill herself and everything else. And, I had to deal with all of that. So then I don't know, stupid me.
Yeah.
I had to write back, and instead of writing her, I wasted a stamp on that. So I wrote it in with the kids' letters, which they were kind of young to read anyway, so. But I shouldn't have did that, though, but I did it.
What's up with, like, I know you said you had a lot of hate in you, and I know it had to be hard being in there, and you didn't know what was going to happen, and they didn't have DNA back then to help you and all that. I mean, you said, kind of silly me, I shouldn't have done it. I mean, what about, I guess they said, like, you said you wanted to, harm her in another way, there was some, like, sexual mutilation stuff going on?
Well, there was a picture. See, I was cutting some cards out of magazines, and then I was cutting a piece of cardboard of a tablet, and the picture was underneath there. And I cut it, and then I noticed I was cutting to pull the scissors out, and the picture was underneath there. But I figured, well, I couldn't, you can't have stuff there. It's been tampered with, because then you can hide stuff in it. So then I sent it to her, which I should have just threw it away.
Yeah.
But,
well, I know we all do things, sometimes that we wish we could take back.
I wish I could take everything back. But, I was in there for something I didn't do. And I guess my loved ones they took the punishment, And somebody had to take it, because I didn't want to screw up in there, because then you'd be in the hall and everything else, so they took the punishment. And when I was in a bad mood, and that's when I write the bad letters, When you get scared, you're trying to do something to make up for something, Which everything I did never worked anyway. And at first I didn't want a divorce, and I told her to get out and to go for a divorce and everything else. Then quite a few years before I got out, my sister got a divorce from Pete. And then my ex-wife married him.
Oh, your ex-wife married Peter Yonda?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
No, Peter Dassey.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter Dassey.
Yeah.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Are you still there, Stephen?
Yeah.
Okay, so your ex-wife married Peter Dassey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are they still married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought there was something going on there a long time ago, but I don't know. It's just hearsay what I hear all of that. And that got me all upset too and everything else, so. And my whole bit, I wanted my wife to get back with my wife and my kids. But after I got out, I wanted my kids, but then between me and her, everything changed anyway. So I didn't bother. I wasn't in love with her no more then.
Oh, so you just kind of like, when you were in prison, you just kind of fell out of love with her? You just knew?
Well, I fell out of love when I got out. But to the day I got out, I was still in love with her. I know I said some bad things in letters, which I would never do to her, because that's the mother of my kids. I know she had to go through punishment. I went through punishment. In that case, wrecked our whole life. I only wanted to be married once. And they took it away from me. And that's why I had all that bitterness in me and everything else. But once I got out, the doors out of prison, all that hate left. I didn't have it no more. I don't know where it went. It disappeared. That's where I felt. Finally it was over. But then all of this stuff happened now. And I don't know which way to go again. And it seems like everybody's against me.
What do you mean everybody?
Well, everybody in the law enforcement and everything else. Like they're trying to do everything, make me look bad, and say I did it when I didn't do it. They will investigate nothing else. I don't see no investigation going on in everybody else. Which, people see a vehicle down in a pit. Well, they don't investigate nothing. And That's why it seems like I have no way to win, just like last time. Now this time it's happening again. I think if they would investigate more, maybe they could find out who put the vehicle down there, who's trying to set me up. Because I would never kill nobody. It don't make no sense to me, just like before with the rape. It didn't make no sense to me. I couldn't figure it out. But then the truth came out. So I don't know how long I gotta be waiting on this for the truth to get out. Do I have to do 20 years before the truth comes out? Or is it ever gonna come out? I don't know.
Well, I mean, Stephen, I'm just thinking about what we've been told about what happened down there. You know, we don't know a whole lot about what police are saying, but they told us they found, your blood in her car, and that you had, I guess, never been in her car. Is that right?
Yeah.
You had never been in her car.
No. But they said there were drops of blood. And with my hand, if I was driving it, there would be blood all over. By different spots. I figured they came from my bathroom. They soaked it up and dropped it in there. I said, they got evidence for that. and they don't search my place 3 times and find a set of keys. Like the last time. Then 9 o'clock finds them. It don't make no sense.
Well, I guess, I'm just telling you what we've been told. We've been told that, the key, they thought it might be, like, in the back of your bookcase or something like that, that it might be hidden in there and that, it fell out or something.
Well, again, the bookcase is all closed in, except for the front. And it was laying there. I've seen a picture of it. It was just laying there in the open.
Well, Stephen, is there any way that you think, somebody, that knows you, could have, I guess you think, do you strictly think this was Manitowoc County who did this to you?
No, they got all the sources for it. I was thinking about Candy, too, because she really hates me. And maybe her family helped her. But I still think it's Manitowoc County. And I still think that.
So you think it was only Manitowoc County and not, like, the other places that were out there? Because there were a lot of police out there.
No, I'm not saying that. Just Manitowoc.
Just Manitowoc?
Yeah. Because when I heard the state troopers, they searched everything in the first and second day, and they didn't find nothing. Then all of a sudden, they find everything. It don't make no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they block off 147, so it's like they're trying to hide something so nobody's seen nothing. They can't drive by, and that's... Then Kraft said Manitowoc wasn't involved, and they were involved. I can't figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm going to need some help to figure it out.
Well, are your attorneys trying to help you out?
They work for the state again. I don't know. They said they're going to do a good job, but I don't know. I told them about a bunch of stuff, but they got an investigator, and I don't know if they're investigating a lot. I don't hear nothing. See, the other times I always got papers and everything else, what they're investigating and what they got so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't got nothing.
Well, so do you think your attorneys aren't helping you out as much as they should?
Well, they should help me out more. And they always try to get a date where it ain't so close. They're always months or 2 months away. Which it should be in there right away. I don't see why I should be sitting in here for something I didn't do. Until they figure it out.
Well, Stephen, I know there's a lot of people, that are supporting you, and they say, you didn't do this, you couldn't have done this. I've met people who tell me that. I mean, tell me why you couldn't do this. You keep saying that. Why couldn't, well, tell me something that I can share with people so I can tell them this is why Stephen says he couldn't do this.
Well, I've been locked up for 18 years and 6 weeks.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
And being with everybody in there and what they all did, and living with them for that time, the period, which, I hated all of them for what they all did. I can't see myself doing none of that. It's hard to explain. I ain't a cruel person. I did some stuff. I did some burglaries and a cat, and I had my cousin off the road. But I was hanging around drunk people, and I was young and foolish. And now I realize it's senseless for me to do all of this. Why would I want to go back to prison and do a life bit for something I didn't do? And I used to watch all of these programs, when somebody burns somebody or murders or whatever. I watched all of that, because I like watching that stuff. But sometimes, when somebody does that stuff, then I get in a mood where, sometimes I can sit there and cry, because I hurt somebody else, and it shouldn't happen, There's a lot of sick people out there which should be locked up, and I feel sorry for people's family that go through all of this, which they shouldn't have to.
Do you feel sorry for Teresa's family?
Yes. Look at what they all have to go through. I don't know nothing about their family or what, but half of that stuff don't make no sense. And my family's going through a lot with me and that. They don't know which way to turn. It feels bad to me. Everybody's got to hurt. And then I feel sad. And I don't know which way to go.
Well, it certainly seems like you have had a lot of awful things happen to you in your life, and now I know when I moved here, Stephen, I heard about you, and I heard about how you spent all that time in prison, and I just couldn't believe it, and I thought, my gosh, this guy gets out of prison after 18 years. How awful. How awful that happened to you. And now it's like you're back. It's all happening again. Is it like deja vu?
Yeah.
What do you want to tell me a little bit about, what happened that day? Because I haven't really heard it from you. I've just heard bits and pieces that, she came to take a picture of that van.
Yeah, well, she came. She took a picture of the van. I come out. I paid her. She went in her vehicle. I stood by the door. She handed me a book. And then she left. And I seen her pull out to the driveway and went towards the high system. And that was it.
So you were in your trailer, is that right?
Yeah.
And she had already taken the picture and you went out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her out by the vehicle.
You met her by the van?
Yeah.
Okay. And then from what I understand, you kind of escorted her to her car, is that right?
Well, she was parked just right on the side of it.
Did you talk about anything, or?
No, we never do. No, she just comes and takes a picture and collects the money and gives me the book and the paper. But the last 2 times I never got a paper because there's just more garbage laying around. So the last 2 times I didn't get a paper. I just got the book because I look at the book. But she seemed real nice, and flight and everything else, but that was it.
So you all didn't ever, like, just talk about anything, like, hi, how you doing,
No.
You just would walk out and pay her, and...
Yeah, she took the picture, and it's been going on for quite a while.
So you all never chit-chatted?
No, not at all.
So you would just hand her the money and she'd just leave?
Yeah. Maybe once in a while, she'll say hi, whatever. But I think that was at first or something. But most of the time it was just now, just take the picture, collect the money, and give me the book, and that was it. Sometimes she'd have the book on with her, and just give it to me.
Well, so, she came up that day. I mean, what time did she get there, though? I forget what you said. I think you said one time it was, I can't even remember, actually. I don't know. It's between, I don't know, like between 1 and 3 or something?
Yeah, 2:30, I think it was.
And, was she there a while? And,
No, it's just like all the other times, within 5 minutes. And she's done. She's out of there.
Was there anybody else around when this was going on, like when she was taking the picture?
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Bobby was home. I don't know if he was sleeping or if he was up or what.
And that's your nephew?
Yeah.
Bobby, it's Daffy, right?
Yeah. Because he works nights, sleeps in the morning, and gets up in the afternoon.
So Bobby was he sleeping at your...
He was sleeping at home.
Okay, so he lives near you?
Yeah, right next door.
Oh, and your sister lives next door, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, so Teresa left. I mean, what did you do after that? I mean, what do you do? I don't know what I don't know what it's like out at the salvage yard and everything, so I was just wondering, what do you do?
I went to the house. I put the book in the house. I don't know if I started walking over by Barbara's house and talked to Bobby, and his truck was gone within a couple minutes.
So Bobby was sleeping in his mom's house when Teresa was there, but he'd gotten up and left?
He could have been up, I don't know.
Oh, okay. But he left at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what did you do after that? I mean, because it seems like, I don't know. I mean, you know where you were, right?
Yeah, I was at home.
Okay. What did you do at home?
I think I made some phone calls. I don't know. I think I was in the garage or outside for a minute.
Well, who did you call? Because, if you called somebody,
Well, I know I talked to my fiance's attorney. I can't remember what time that was. So.
But was it after Teresa left, I guess?
I don't know if it was after or before Teresa was there. It could have been before Teresa was there. I talked to her attorney, or after that. I can't remember. But then Ma come down with my mail. And she gave me my mail. I sat by her for a minute in the golf cart. And then she went back. I went back in the house.
Oh, so you were sitting in the golf cart talking to your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then she gave me my mail. But then later on after that, my brother came down and his friend, and they were out looking for rabbits, I think. They stopped for a minute, and then they went up the road a little bit, up through the field. And a little while later, they came back right before it was dark. And I was outside by my sister's trailer with the snowmobile there.
And what brother came down to see you?
That was my brother Earl.
Oh, Earl. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you remember, when that was? Because I'm sure you've been sitting around thinking about this, trying to, so you can tell people, this is where I was.
Well, I've been thinking about that. I'm thinking about how this all happened. and who did it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was probably between 3:30 and 4:30 or 5. So I think it gets dark at 5 or so. It had to have been before that. So probably between 4 and 5 that he was down there. And I was down there about 3:30 or something. Quarter after 3, I don't know, somewhere in there.
So Earl came down with his friend, and they were looking for rabbits.
Yeah, they were out hunting.
And you said that was between 3 and 4 or something like that?
Well, I'd have to say between 3:30 and 5. Somewhere in there. I can't remember just what time. Because I know they went down the road for quite a while because it was getting dark out and they came back.
Did they stop by on their way back?
No, I was outside. I hollered at them and that.
Hmm. What did you do after that? I mean, what's your day like?
Well, mostly except I was mostly in the house. Between that and I was thinking about pulling the snowmobile off the trailer and that. I had to get ready for Tuesday morning, so I had to unhook the trailer from my truck because I had to go see Jody and take her to her meeting in the morning.
What did you have to get? Oh, so you had to get ready to take Jody to her meeting on Tuesday morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, but you, I guess somebody said you burned some tires that night too, right? Or you said you burned some tires and brush?
Monday night.
When were you doing that?
I see, Brendan, it was 6:30 or 7:30. It was. But I burned some brush. I got from a neighbor from Redon. And Barbara had 5 tires over there, and I burned 4 of them. And there was still one laying there. But that was done in no time. I only burnt one at a time.
Do tires burn real fast? I mean, I don't know anything.
Well,
I know they smell real bad, right?
Yeah. They smoke a lot. I don't know, within 15 minutes, that tire's done. I don't take about 1, 2, 3, and that was done. And I only burned 4 of them. So I had 5 of them and 5 golf carts. And I just got them out of the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about the golf cart?
My sister's golf cart, they were in. The tires were in.
Okay. Well, did anybody see you burning the tires?
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Brendan, I went and got Brendan. He was there with me all the time. But then after when it was done, then he went home, and I went back in the house.
Oh, so your nephew, is that your nephew?
Yeah.
Brendan was hanging out with you when you were burning the tires?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he mostly, when I have a little fire, he comes over, and we sit down at the picnic table then, and we're on Barbara's golf cart. The kids drive it around.
You love your nephews,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're always, most time with me, doing stuff with me and that.
It must be nice to kind of be around them, too, because, don't you only talk to one of your own children, is that right?
Yeah.
So it must be kind of nice to have them around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're real close with your sister, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, was she home during all this, or?
With the bonfire, she was home for a while, and she had to leave. She had to go to, one of her friends, Scotty, go see his mom in the hospital. But then they came back. They seen the fire and everything.
Your sister saw the fire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, she sees it almost all the time when I have one.
How often do you make fires?
Quite a bit. I burn a lot of brush and Then I had a camper I had to burn. So I had to rip that apart and burn all of that. So the kids would help me do that. You know, and the brush next to the property, my neighbor. So I was trying to get that rid of him, for him. So I burned that. And he gave me permission that I could burn it all, clean it up.
And what was his name again? I thought you said his name.
Redon.
Redon, okay.
That's the gravel pit behind me.
Oh, okay. So that's not your gravel pit?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you said Teresa left. She was there for 5 minutes, and she took the picture, and you walked out, and you just handed her the $40, so you guys didn't talk at all?
No. No, that's almost with all the vehicles.
And so she left?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you think about, I guess now, they said that, those were her bones found out there in the burn pit, right? They said the DNA is hers.
That's what they're saying. But sometimes I got questions on that, too. It's from her side. Well, it could have came from, maybe she had a brother or sister or some down the line, or somebody died or something. What had the same bones or whatever. The same, I don't know. I don't know where they got him from. I'm trying to figure that out. I told the lawyer that it came from somebody else where they could have got it from and put it there.
And who's they? Like, who do you think did that?
Manitowoc County.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if you were thinking, somebody else. I don't know. Maybe somebody down the road, I don't know. But, so, after you did the brush and tires, what did you do after that?
Mostly we're in the house. Listen to the radio or watch TV. I have the TV on with the radio on and that. And just lay there. Jody called me a few times.
Oh, so you talked to Jody throughout the night?
Yeah. I talked to her 2-3 times that night. Then Tuesday I had to go pick her up. And Tuesday night I went and seen her for a visit. And Thursday we had to go to the auction. And Thursday night we had to go, me and Chucky and Blaine went to Menards, picked up some stuff for her up north. And Friday, Chucky went up north. But the only thing is, there was some strange taillights back by me Thursday night, which we should have drove the whole junkyard and seen, But we did turn around. Chucky did. We came back. I took the flashlight and looked around, but I didn't see nothing. And I knew I seen the taillights. But then who would think something like this would happen?
Well, Stephen, what did you do? You said you talked to Jody on Monday night, and then you what did you do after that?
She calls me pretty many times, But most time after that, I'm laying in bed then, got the TV on, and just sitting there.
What did you do Tuesday morning?
Tuesday morning?
Yeah.
Mostly get up, get all ready. A lot of times I'll take a shower in the morning, relax a little bit, and get ready, and hop in the truck and go get her, wait for her, and take her to her meeting. So then drive around till I have to pick her up again.
Oh, so you don't go to the meeting with her?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But then I stay there because it's only for, 2 hours, 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock? Or 9 o'clock? 9 to 11.
The AA meetings?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, but then you went and picked her up and took her back to the jail, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I went back to the yard and I started to work.
What do you do for work out there? I mean, what kind of stuff do you do?
Strip cars, rip them apart. If somebody needs something, bring it in, take it off. Motor, tranny, spindles, whatever. Then we rip them apart. Or strip them, get them ready for the crusher.
So is that kind of like what you did on Tuesday?
Yes.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
That's what I mostly did almost that whole week. Is just taking parts off and stripping them. And the only time I took off was Monday. I think it was 11 o'clock. Because I had to make them, I had to call her lawyer, because she'd been bugging me to call her lawyer and see what was going on. So I finally did that. But most of the time I'm up between 6, 6:30, and sometimes I'm up by mom, eat breakfast and that. Then we go to work at 8 o'clock. And that's when we go to the auctions. Then I get up at the same time, 6:30, 6. Then I get the flatbed, drive it over by Earl, pick him up. Then we go to the auction. And when that's done, we come back home. I drop him off at home so he can get changed and drive his car back. And I take the truck back and go home and change and go to work. That was almost every Thursday. But that don't make sense with how our vehicle got down there. I got the crushers down there. I do this stuff all the time. I'd have just crushed it, But I didn't do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stuck around. I'd have left if I would have done it. That's a life bit, And I just came out of there.
So you said if you did this, you would have crushed the car and you would have gotten the heck out of town.
Well, I wouldn't even crushed it. I'd have left. I'd have took off.
So if if you had done this, you said you would have just taken off?
Yeah.
And left the car there?
Yeah. If I did. If I knew it was down there. If I put it down there, you'd see I did. If I was going to do a crime like this, I'd have crushed it and got rid of it. Because we had the crusher in. It was right there. We got the loader. I took it down there, put it in the crusher, and hauled it out. That's why it just don't make no sense.
But you said Tuesday you just came home from the AA meeting at like 11 and started working on the cars. Is that right?
Probably it was 12. Probably closer to 12. Because 11 o'clock I had to have her back at the jail. And it takes about a half an hour to get home. And I changed and went out to work. I drive my car. I drop off my truck, and then I take my car up there because I only use my truck for her because I got insurance on that. So that's the only thing I can take with her. My car ain't got no insurance, so I just take that back and forth to work.
Oh, so when you go to work, you drive from your house to somewhere else?
Yeah, to the yard.
Oh, is that because I've never really been out there? I mean, so you have to drive to get out there?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. I could walk. But I'd rather drive up there.
Do you remember what you did like Tuesday night at all, or
Tuesday night, I went and seen Jody. I visited. Visiting starts at 7. And I mostly hour or a little over an hour I stay there.
When did you get done working that day?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Is that the same all the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you work Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Monday after Teresa left, did you go back to work?
No, I stayed home.
Oh, you stayed home?
Yeah, I stayed home. I didn't feel like going back to work. I just felt like, I got lazy. First time in a while that I got lazy.
So you weren't at work when she got there. You were in your trailer.
Yeah, I was at home.
Did you even go to work that day?
Yeah. I worked 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I remember, like, I was at that preliminary hearing, and I saw that car all hidden up with the trees and the car parts and stuff. What do you think of that?
I don't know. You know, that one day there was planes flying around, and that vehicle, you would have been able to see it because it was shiny. It's new. What is it, 99? And we don't put none down there if it's old. I mean, it's new. You know, the newer ones go up on top. They go behind the garage. They don't go down there. So it would have stuck out. That's why I said, why ain't nobody seen it? But I wasn't at the yard the whole week. I think I was down in a pit with Earl when he was sighting in his gun. But I didn't notice it either down there.
When were you in the pit with Earl?
I think it was Thursday. It was during work. I took probably a 10-minute break. I went sighted in his gun. You know, he shot at the cars. You know, and I just stood there and watched him. And that was, I don't know, Thursday, probably somewhere around maybe 2 or 3 or something. Then we had to come back. I had to come back up and work. You know.
So, I mean, what were you guys doing down there again?
He was sighting in his gun.
Sightening it?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can take a deer hunting.
Oh, okay. So, like, he was fixing that thing you looked through.
Yeah.
Was that, like, what kind of gun is that? I mean, I don't know what kind of...
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. So you were down there, you said Thursday in the pit, and you didn't see the car?
No. That was at 2, 3 o'clock, somewhere in there. I don't remember this. Remember the time.
And then, what did you do Wednesday?
Wednesday I worked from 8 o'clock.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Wednesday I worked at 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of times, you know, I'll have supper by Ma. You know, instead of me going home and making something. So she told me to come on in. I did that quite a few times. You know, so I don't get home till 6. Between 6 and 6:30. Sometimes 7 o'clock, once in a while.
Oh, so you go over to your mom's and eat dinner?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
supper. You know, then we talk and after that I go home.
Mm-hmm.
It depends how dirty I am. Otherwise I take a shower right away, a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Lay around and wait for Jody to call me. Because she always bitches when I ain't home. I'm up there. Oh, it took you so long. How come you didn't answer, you know?
Yeah, that's how us girls get sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? We're a pain in the butt. So, I mean, okay. Well, I'm just trying to get all this straight. So you said Teresa got there. Like, do you remember, like, in that hearing, that cop said that you, that one guy that he works for the state, he doesn't work for Manitowoc County. He said, like, you called Teresa that morning and everything.
Yeah.
Is that how you usually do it?
No, I called the book. Then from there, then they get a hold of her. You know, then I called her because I got her number, her cell phone number.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but she didn't answer or nothing. Yeah, well, when she left, I called her again to have her come back, but she never answered.
Oh, when did you call her after she left?
I don't know, maybe within 20 minutes, half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Why'd you want her to come back?
Well, the yard has got a loader, and it's sitting on the road, and I guess they don't use it. We don't use it, whatever. So I said, well, I'll put that in the book, too. They got to go. We can sell it. But then I couldn't get home. over, so that was it of that then. Because I already told Chucky and Earl that, well, why does it sell it? Because we don't use it. You know, and it's got a rebuilt motor in it, so don't they let it sit there and rot. You know, that was a good idea.
Well, that's weird she didn't call you back. You know, you would think since she's trying to make some money taking pictures that she'd come back and get, I don't know, do you pay her $40 for that too?
Yeah, every vehicle that you pay her $40, but I didn't know with the loader. You know, maybe it could have been a little bit more. I didn't know. I just know every vehicle is $40. Well, they got different prices, ranges.
So you called her all morning long, and
I think I tried her 3 times.
why did you try her so many times?
Well, the first time, I called the magazine twice, I think. Because they didn't know if she could come out or not. And I think I called them back. And she said she should be out because she only got a couple of them. But then in the place in Rivers, I guess a woman from New York went over there, and she talking to him. But she couldn't talk to him. They got a lawyer. So she couldn't talk to him. So I think that's fishy too.
But I don't know what you mean.
Well, Teresa was there. They had put some cars in the magazine. That was her spot. You know?
Oh, in Two Rivers?
Yeah.
Like before you, or?
I guess before me or something.
So she went to some lady's house in Two Rivers?
Yeah.
To take pictures of cars?
Yeah.
And they won't talk to you? Is that what you said?
No, they don't talk to somebody that I know was going to go down there. And they called their lawyer, and the lawyer called her. They can't, she can't speak to him or nothing. So that was odd. I don't see why they have to have a lawyer. If they only put 2 cars in the magazine, and then they got a lawyer now.
Well, who did you want to go down there to talk to her?
Well, see, with the investigation, I want to try to picture out everything and see what time she was there and what she all did and whatever. You know, because there was a period of time that I heard that I wasn't the last one that she had pictures of, you know, and she was somewhere else, and somebody seen her somewhere else. And with the investigation going on right now that I got, somebody seen her in Green Bay and everything else, you know, and some people have testified for that.
Oh, people have testified that they saw Teresa?
No, they said they would testify.
Oh, they would testify that they saw Teresa in Green Bay after she was at your place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
During that week.
Oh, after Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do the cops know about that?
I don't know if they do or not.
Oh.
My investigator found that out.
Well, is your investigator going to tell the cops? Like the Calumet County cops? So they can look into that?
I don't know. I know they're going to probably talk to the lawyer and that and everything else. But somebody seen her. They were trying to get the vehicle, but he said it was so crowded that he couldn't get the license plate number or nothing. You know, but he said it was 100%. It was her. So, well, all it is, I can't figure half of this stuff out. You know, if she's alive after me, that means I didn't do nothing. You know, why would I go to Green Bay or do something, whatever? You know, maybe she picked up a hitchhiker or something. I don't know. So why would she get rid of her car and get another one? You know, it don't make no sense to me. And so I'm trying to rack my brain and think, and I can't. I still come up to a dead end. It don't make no sense.
Well, what do you, I mean, What did you think of Teresa? I mean, like, did she seem like she was in a good mood that day, or?
All the time is almost probably about the same thing. She's mostly with a smile on her face and that, in a good mood.
But she didn't talk to you?
No.
She didn't even say hi to you?
I don't think not that time. I think last few times she didn't say hi. She just hurried up and...
Did you say hi to her?
When she tells me hi, yeah.
Oh, so you just otherwise, what do you do?
Yeah, I just give her the money and...
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Most of the time when she says hi, I'll say hi back, Otherwise, she does her job and then she leaves. She don't shut off her car. She leaves it running. She gets in there and goes.
Well, did you think, what did you think of her? Do you think she's like a nice person, or, what did you, you meet people and you think,
Well, she seems real nice, Besides that, I don't know. We never talked, She took her pictures. When she said hi, it was hi. And she collected the money, and that was it. And she filled out the paper and give me the paper then. But that was most of what was all to it.
And you guys never, like, shook hands or anything like that?
No.
You know how people do business and stuff?
Yeah, that we never did.
Did she, did, like, your brothers ever meet her or anything like that, or your nephew?
Well, there was a few times that she came up on the yard. I was up there looking for me, and then I had to take a break and come down there by me so she could take them pictures. Like I was probably 3-4 times and she did that.
Mm-hmm. And I know they were saying they found, like, all kinds of stuff out there, I don't know, they said, I guess, skin and muscle and handcuffs and leg irons, but you said those handcuffs and leg irons were for your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
My sister bought some, too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I'd heard you say.
Yeah.
But when did you buy those?
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to probably talk to my sister. She probably knows the date.
Did you ever, like, try them on or anything, or?
Yeah. But they were brand new,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my daughter, when she came out, she looked at them. And
So they had been used and stuff.
well, no, not really. They've been on, but they ain't been maybe for a second or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
But you had them on you, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did they, is that kind of like working out, or is it kind of like weird or, one of those things?
I really don't like them, That's why I figured maybe Jody would, So it's something new or something different, something I try, with my sisters and some of that,
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, well, why don't I try something?
So you're not like into that bondage stuff and all that?
No. I'm willing to try new things,
Mm-hmm. So, but they found all that stuff, I guess, and you said you got that cut on your finger, right?
Yeah.
And when did you get that cut? That looked like a big-ass cut. Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry. That looked like a huge cut.
Well, that was from, we're up north, and my brother had the farm bit up there that weekend, and we brought the samurai home, and we used up there, but I used up there in the woods.
What is it?
It's a samurai. It's a four-wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
It's a toy.
Oh.
I beat it up in the woods, and I had to bring that home because Brian, my nephew, took it out there and got it stuck and ripped off the exhaust on it and everything else. So I brought that back. And there was some tin up there, like off the roof. Some long sheets that I stuck underneath, between the vehicle, between the tires, on the flatbed. And I was pushing it up there, and I got a hold of my finger on it, and it ripped it open.
Ow.
Yeah. Well, then it kept on breaking open. You know, I took out the transmission, and it broke open at the yard. So then I had to go in the house, and my bandage it up and everything else. And then at home, Thursday, I broke it open again, you know, with Barbara's trailer. So then I had blood in the bathroom, which I didn't clean up.
Why didn't you clean it up? Did you not? I mean, what's...
I was in a hurry.
Yeah.
Because I was going with Chucky, and we were going to Menards Thursday night. So then I hurried up and left. And I put a piece of tape around it and left.
So, when did you get this cut?
It was a weekend before that.
Okay, so the weekend... I know you guys went up to Crivets, like, that Saturday when the...
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
So you got the cut the weekend before when you said you were putting some tin and stuff in a car?
Yeah. Well, on the flatbed.
Okay. And then, you know, you got that cut, and then you guys came back from Crivets. You guys always go up there as a family?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I took Mom up there that weekend. Just that Saturday morning, she was supposed to clean some chickens up there. Yeah, I was going to cut the heads off, and I was going to help her clean them. That's why we went up there. So that was all set and planned. But then I never got done.
Yeah. So, I mean, did you do anything Friday of that week either, you know, the day before you guys went up to Crivets? I mean, were you just doing, what were you doing that day? I know Olga came out and talked to you.
Who?
Olga from my channel, from my station, she came out and saw you. A bunch of people came out and saw you that Friday.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah. A bunch of people, I think, came out and saw you. So when you found out, Teresa, when, you know, it came on the news that she was missing, I mean, what'd you think?
Well, I didn't know that till the cop came to the yard and asked if Teresa was out there. I said, yeah. She was out here for about 5 minutes and left. And that was it. Then he left. Then Friday, I think the detectives came out, and they were down by me, and then I was in the house, my mom, and brothers were out there in the garage, and they heard my truck on the scanner, on the police scanner.
Your brothers heard your truck on the police scanner?
Yeah, they ran the license plate when they were down by me. And then Earl come up in the house, or Chucky did. He says, "Where's your truck?" I said, "Is that home? Why?" And then he said, "Well, it was just on the scanner." I said, "Is that home?" I said, "I can't go nowhere. I got the keys here." So then me and Ma said, "Let's take a ride down there." So we were going down there, and we met these cops, the detectives. And he said, "Oh, can we check your place out?" And I said, "I don't care." I said, "Well, follow me down there. And I opened the doors." So I opened the door, let them in. They searched it. They looked through it. And that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And they left. So,
And that was Thursday?
it was Friday.
Oh, that was Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So they searched your place Friday, but not Thursday, or
Not Thursday, just Friday.
just Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, what did you think when they said, you know, this girl's missing?
I couldn't believe it at first. She was there. And that was it. You know, I didn't think nothing of it. You know, until Friday. I just don't look good again. And people have been telling me I should watch my back. They're going to get me again. You know, because they had a lawsuit. I said, nah, they ain't going to do nothing. So, I don't know. And when Chucky seen headlights by him when he left up north Friday night, then it started to sink in a little bit more. I said, oh, it just don't seem right. I seen taillights Thursday night, and Chucky seen headlights back by him. He called me up, telling me to go down there and look. So me and Bobby hopped in my truck, and we went by his house. But we didn't see nothing. But that was another time we should have searched the whole junkyard. I should have went through every row, you know. But I didn't. And maybe they would have found our vehicle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if I would have found it, I'd have called the cops then, you know.
Well, what do you think about like the blood and I think there was some blood they found in your garage.
I don't know.
Do you think that's Teresa's blood?
I don't know.
What if it is?
They must put it there. I don't know. It could be some deer blood in there.
Deer blood?
Yeah. Yeah, just like Barbara's garage, there was deer blood too.
In Barbara's garage?
Yeah, because we hang them up in the garage and clean them out.
What about like the sheep bones and stuff? I know you said you thought maybe those bones they found out there were sheep bones.
Yeah.
Why do you guys have dead sheep out there?
Well, my dad used to have sheep in the yard, you know, and sometimes they die, and then they just lay there, you know, and the bones would be there. And that's why I figured, well, maybe they're one of the sheep, you know. Because Ma told me well, sometimes they died and they just laid there, you know. They didn't have time to clean it up. So that's what I figured, maybe it was sheep bones.
So do they just kind of sit there and rot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you guys have sheep out there?
Well, Dad has sheep because of the grass. They eat the grass. They keep the grass down. You know.
But you don't have sheep out there anymore?
No. No, they got rid of them. They sold them.
So what do you think, I guess, how do you think it seems weird because it's like her car's out there, they said your blood's in there, they found her, I guess her bones in your burn pit and all this stuff, and,
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
When did you notice anything out in that burn pit, after Monday night?
No. No. Well, I never... The only time when I go back there, I only go as far as the dog poop when I feed the dog. And that was it. I don't go away to the back there where the burn pit is. You know. I just had that little brush fire, and that was done by like 8, 9 o'clock at night. That was done.
Did you burn anything after that?
No.
Not the whole week?
No.
But Brendan was with you when you were burning that stuff?
Yeah.
So did he, tell the cops that?
I think so. You know.
Oh, you think he did?
Yeah, I think he did.
So, Teresa, you said Teresa left there, and, you called her back, but she didn't call you. Is that right?
Yeah.
And she just left, and that's it?
Yeah.
And I know you're probably sitting around there thinking, I know you got a lot of time to think. I mean, you don't know how, blood and bones and her car and all that got put out there, or?
Well, the blood, Dad, I have to say that came from my bathroom. My blood. Because,
But what about Teresa's blood?
And I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Well, I didn't have access to that.
Oh, Stephen, I need to change the tape.
Okay.
Well, I know I want to ask you all about the sexual assault allegation again, just so we can get something on that, because I know we want to put that on the air at 10 to have your side of the story.
Yeah.
Do you think you would call me back tomorrow?
Yeah, I can.
You can?
Yeah.
What time can you call me? Are you allowed to call at a certain time?
Sometime in the afternoon.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
Like what time?
I don't know what time is best.
I don't know. You want to call it like, 12:30 or something?
Yeah, I can.
You can?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I like talking to you. Okay, our tape is rolling again. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I just have to get your consent because it's, illegal if we don't ask you if it's okay. So you just don't know how any of that, bones, the blood, and the car, and all that stuff got out there?
No.
Why do you think somebody took the plates off that car?
I don't know. They said they found the plates on another vehicle or something. I don't know. I don't know why people would take it off. That don't make no sense either. And why would they park it way down there? By their own stuff. And then there's somebody in Redon, by Redon, says they've seen a vehicle come in. But I just heard that a couple of days ago.
When did they see the vehicle come in?
I don't know. We didn't get that far yet. But somebody seen a vehicle to pull down in Redon's pit. And I don't know if it never came out or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in, that week ago, he said, or something. There was a house by Redon's, where they got the gravel pit.
And what do you think, it seems like the stuff is just kind of all over the place, like her camera, I guess, and cell phone were in that burn barrel, and her clothes?
I don't know. There should be clothes in there, because Jody put some clothes in there before she left, that she told me.
And when did you burn in that burn barrel last?
I think maybe Jody would be the last one to burn in there.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't burned in there. Well, I had 2 boxes in there of soda. Mountain Dew and a Coke. That wasn't burned. And I just threw them in there.
All right. Well, Stephen, tell me about this sexual assault thing again, and let's not talk about names because we can't put Marie's name on TV. But
She is over 18.
well, we can't. But we can't say it because they didn't tell us, and we could get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
What do you think happened with all this?
See, me and Marie, we spent a lot of time together. Okay? When she wanted to go someplace, if I was going someplace, she asked to ride along. And when we go up north, we went up north almost every weekend, fishing, ice fishing, and all of that. And I guess her mother thinks there was something going on between me and her. Because she would always come home and she'd always say my name and everything else. And, she took that in, because she was mentioning my name all the time, maybe there was something going on. And because I would sit down and I'd listen, I was just her friend and listening to her and having a fun time, go fishing, catch some fish.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you guys say you did again?
Fishing, ice fishing. She helped me with the ice sack to get it going, get it ready, because it was my dad's old one, and it needed some work. So she helped me on that. She painted it and everything else. And we fixed it up a little bit. And we just, in New Year's, she came along with me, and we went to my brother's kid. We had a party there, and got my sisters, and that was about it. She was at home that all the time. She was barely home. And her mom thinks there was something going on between us. But course there wasn't. She was doing stalking for me because she had a rough time, you know.
Did you ever touch her?
No.
How often did you hang out with her?
Pretty much. You know, we flew around, and, you know, sometimes me and the boys, and we'd wrestle around and everything else, you know. And she was like a, I don't know, a tomboy, you know.
So you wrestled around with her?
Yeah. You know, and she can do whatever she, you know, she can work on a car, she can take a car apart, you know, she can fix it. You know, she goes, I can handle anything, you know. But nothing, I wouldn't do nothing to her. She's my niece. You know.
Do you usually wrestle around with your girl family members, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I even did it with Candy once in a while, goofed around with her, you know. And, you know, sometimes, you know, she liked goofing around, you know, and that was it. Then the next time, you know, she'd have an attitude, you know.
Well, I heard they're saying that, you know, the DA told us that, you know, the victim or the alleged victim is cooperating. What do you think that means?
Well, I don't know. Well, she's probably going to answer us, you know. What's she going to say? Nothing happened. You know, nothing happened. Or that's what she's going to say is nothing happened.
So you don't know you don't know where they got this idea? Or where they got all this?
No, probably from her mother.
So you don't think you don't remember any time where, you know, you were hanging out with her and, you know.
And touched her? No. No.
You never had, you said you didn't have sexual contact with her?
No, no.
Okay.
No, I won't like myself. You know, I met a lot of people in prison like that, and I don't like them. You know, I can't stand no child molester, you know. You know, I hate that.
So just tell me, Stephen, I just need to hear it in your own words. Did you sexually assault this girl?
No, not at all. She's my niece. We just spend time together. That's all. We're fishing, just like anybody else would. You know, I didn't see my kid. I can't see my kids except for that one. And a picture with this, I was treating her like she was my own. You know, she gave me more respect than my own kids. My own kids tell me they want nothing to do with me. You know? So this took some place of that.
So, what do you think about this latest allegation?
I think they're trying to make me look bad. You know, they're trying to get all the dirty stuff that they can, just to make me look bad.
Why do you think that it took so long, though? I mean, if this was reported way back then, and now all of a sudden they're saying there's new information they're finding out.
Because they're trying to think how they can keep me in jail if I go to trial. You know, they're trying to think of ways how they can do it. They want to burn me real bad. They want to try to get all the dirt that they can, which it don't make no sense.
Well, why do you think, though, that all of a sudden, I guess this got reported back in 2004, is that right?
Yeah, and they did the investigation. There was nothing.
But why all of a sudden this person's cooperating and everything? And
she did before.
Oh, Marie did?
Yeah. And she told me before nothing happened. You know? She talked to a lot of people before.
When did you ever talk to her, when when this was all going on and they were investigating, did you ever say anything to Marie? Like, did you ever ask her where this came from?
No.
You guys never talked about it?
No. No.
I mean, what do you think of Marie?
She's a nice, hard-working girl. You know, when something needs to be done, she can do it. You know.
Let's talk about your prison letters again, like to your wife. I just want to make sure I have this all straight. Why did she say she filed for divorce from you?
I told her to go for a divorce. Told her to get out of my life, get on with hers.
You told her to divorce you?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Because it was too hard, too time, and have a wife and kids out there, and back and forth. And it always going to last for so long, you know. By everything else that I hear in there, America's only lasts for so long, and that's it. Then they get divorced. Which I figured I might as well make it easier on both of us and tell her to get out and go for the divorce. You know?
So if you told her to go get divorced, why did you start writing her these letters? I mean, they're pretty, they're pretty scary.
Yeah.
No, I want to kill you, I promise.
Yeah.
And it went on for a really long time.
Yeah. That's just, I don't know. It's just with all the stuff happening, I'm in there for something I didn't do, and she knows it. And I know some stuff, you write down and you just let it go, or you write it and then you feel better.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Do you think that writing that stuff and maybe, saying you're going to do this stuff, did that make you feel better?
Well, no, but it made me feel that I'm trying to win her back, because I always loved her a whole bit,
So you thought by telling her you were going to kill her that that would win her back?
At that time, yeah, with all the shit we've been going on. But she knew I didn't mean it and everything else, And I don't know. Sometimes she gets scared. And then she tells me she was going to kill my kids and kill herself or pick the truck up by the railroad tracks. And
did you think about this stuff a lot when you were in there, like how you're going to write these letters and, saying you were going to cut out her genitals and stuff like that? I mean, did you think about that a lot?
No, it's just time where I'm depressed, and then I think of something, and then I write her. I didn't want to mean her no harm. I was just scared and didn't know which way to go.
Was it just kind of something that would pop into your head and you just do it?
Yeah. Because if she writes me a bad one, then, then I get the bad mood and trying to write her back and everything else,
Well, I guess like the judge, there was some testimony that you were telling the kids you were going to kill her with a gun and do all this. Did you do that?
I don't know what I said. I don't remember what's all in them.
You don't remember telling the kids that you were going to cut out their mom's private parts and kill her?
Offhand, no.
Oh, you don't remember that?
I don't remember. They were young. I used the fast because they were young. I figured they didn't know how to read, and she'd be reading it anyway, But that was the wrong way to do it. I thought about it a lot of times that I screwed up. I shouldn't have wrote that like that with the kids and used the kids with it. But then she used the kids right back at me with this.
Do you think, do you sit around and, have you ever thought about actually cutting somebody's private parts out like that?
No.
You don't think about stuff like that?
No.
Well, Stephen, I got to get off the phone. We want to put you on the air at 10 o'clock. How late are you allowed to talk on the phone?
and the phones are on till 11 o'clock.
Oh, they're on till 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Do you want to call me back tonight, or do you want to call me back tomorrow?
No, tomorrow would be good.
Tomorrow would be good?
I'm saying, if the lawyer would have did his job back then,
What?
if the lawyer would have did his job back then, the judge, Hazelwood, would have seen how I treated my kids in the visiting room, because it was a videotape, and the lawyer never got it. You know,
Yeah.
and he would have seen, because I always sat in the front, and I made sure. Even the officers said I had nice kids, and I treated them good. You know, the lawyer didn't even call them to testify. You know.
Do you think your wife had a right to feel kind of scared? Your ex-wife?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't blame her. You know, because this case, we went through hell on it. You know.
Did you really want to scare her?
By thinking about it, no. But at the time I did. And that's all I wanted to do was scare her. Because I didn't want to be alone. You know, I wanted her. You know, I wanted to feel something when I got out that she was there. But then she married my sister's ex-husband, so that was it or that.
Okay. Well, Stephen, I got to get off here, but you're going to call me back tomorrow at like 12:30?
Yeah.
You'll call me back?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I really thank you for calling. I'm so glad we got to talk.
Okay.
And I hope we can talk more tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Well, you going to call around noon?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Great. Thanks, Stephen.
All right, then.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.